I screwed the pooch. I was not prepared. I left my job to go out into this venture with no planning at all, like just young and dumb. And I got into a situation where I was like, I don't know where my next meal coming from. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. It was tight. Like, I was living off the dollar menu. Eventually, car note came, and I'm like, I don't have the money for next month, and I don't have the money for right now. Go on the first watch with hubby. He's belaboring the point. He lost something important to him, and he's so sad. I said, let's go to brunch and cheer you up. Breakfast was great. I'm feeling full. My eyes was bigger than my stomach, but I got lunch as well. So that superfood bowl, it's my favorite. I'm gonna make it this week at some point, but I'm gonna make it with almond milk because coconut milk is kind of fattening. It tastes so good. Oh my God! You never tasted it? Oh my God! Look at me with my raccoon eyes. You can see I've been working late nights. Working on the master plan. Alright. Jose gonna drop me to auntie's for a couple hours while he runs some errands. Well, he take care of his situation. Let's just say that. Win up to 50,000. I don't even play the number, but you know what? We gonna believe God for this 50,000 scratcher because that's about what we need to start this business. Wouldn't that be something? Today, the Lord blessed me with a $5 meal at McDonald's because that's all the money I had in my pocket. So we gonna believe Him for these 50,000. Wow. All right, lucky number 4 and number 10. So the first one, we got an 18, we got a 20, a 14, a 3, a 19, a 13, a 2, 6, 8. None of the numbers we need. We are not a winner, unfortunately. Oh well. We'll try again. So let's give a little life update. Today is June 26th, and it's just after 7:30. I just got home from work. So a lot has been happening, but also a lot has not been happening, if that makes sense. It don't make sense because it's stupid, right? So let me take these glasses off. So if you've been following along the lives or the vlog, you'll know that I'm in process of starting my own content studio in the Fort Lauderdale, Florida area. So I was going strong. I did lives for 41 days, just about 41 days straight. But on day 41, I just stopped. I stopped going live. Like, I missed one day, then I missed 2. Then it was like, okay, I'm going to go live today. And needless to say, it's been 2 weeks since I have turned on my camera. I haven't even been vlogging. I did a little bit on my phone, but on my actual Sony ZV-1F, this lovely picture you're watching now, I haven't really been vlogging outside of my cell phone. So that whole investment of this camera, this nice camera here, I have been squandering. So for the last 2 weeks, I have made minimal progress on my goal. I know now really what is the cause of it. And it makes total sense. It makes complete and total sense. So last night, as I was wont to do, I was sitting on the couch in a vegetative state, watching just random YouTube videos, and just this video just popped up on my feed randomly. And so another video, of course, just auto start playing. Like, that's just how I was literally sitting on the couch, like, whatever. In my mind, I'm thinking of all the things that I could be and should be doing to move the needle on this business. And I just did not have the energy or drive to do it. I was just like, one more video. I'm just watch one more video, then I'm get up and go in the office. It never happened. However, the video that popped up, I'm going to see if I can find it in my history real quick. I'm going to find it. But what she said was just so doggone profound, and I never really realized it. Oh, here it is. You're not lazy, you're stuck in the freeze response. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Like, I'll screenshot it and link her video. It's a 10-minute video, and I was like, what? But as she was showing her graphics and stuff, and I was like, yes, exactly, yes, this is exactly what is happening. And so basically she was just saying that this is part of your body's or your brain's mechanism to save you, basically. So whenever you do anything that's kind of like outside of your comfort zone or your safety zone, your brain is trying to protect you from destruction, basically. It will either, you'll have a fight response, a flight response, and then there's two other responses where it's kind of like you'll laugh things off. I forget the name of it. And the other one is like you'll almost go into like a doomsday scrolling vegetative state where you're just kind of like blah on the couch or in the bed, and you just really don't have, you feel tired. You could have the symptom of feeling tired and run down, or you just don't really have the drive. You have the want to do it, and you know that you need to do it, and you really want to, but you just don't have it in you to just be like, stop what you're doing and get to it, basically, because that is your brain telling you like the path you own is going to put us in some kind of peril, basically. And I can understand why my brain would switch off like that, because I've had a small brief point in my life where I was in that famine of, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I made a decision to start a business, but I had no idea. Like, I was completely clueless. And because I was not prepared, I left my job to go out into this venture with no planning at all, like just young and dumb. I got into a situation where I was like, I don't know where my next meal coming from. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. It was tight. Like, I was living off the dollar menu. I just remember, like, you know, trying to see what my worst case scenario options were. Thank God, you know, it was just me. I didn't have kids, or I wasn't married, so it was just me that I had to account for and feed every day. But eventually rent gonna come, eventually car note came, and I'm like, I don't have the money for next month, and I don't have the money for right now. And so I can understand why my mind, like why my brain would be like, we tried this before and it didn't work out so well. So what she said just made so much freaking sense. So if you are endeavoring to do anything and you find yourself in a place where you have the heart to do it, you want to do it, you have the drive to do it, but something is just like holding you back and you really don't understand why you're not making progress or why you can't make yourself just get up and do the thing, check her video out. It might shed some light on the situation. So I just wanted to share that because that was just like, I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. There was no reason why I wasn't doing the things. There was a couple of times where I was just like, to do the live, I just really was tired and didn't want to do it. It wasn't like my body telling me not to do it. I was legit like run down from a rough week at work. But the rest of this time, there was no excuse. And especially like last night, I had a lot of time that I could have dedicated towards this project. And I was just literally sitting there on the couch, I was watching YouTube, but I wasn't really like, I was just sitting there. Like I said, I wasn't even picking things at a certain point. I was just letting it autoplay whatever came up next. And to the point where I wasn't even like, okay, I'm not interested in this. I wouldn't even pick up the remote to change it to something next. Oh, this is my brother calling. I'll check back in hopefully after this call. Hold on, let me cut the lights back on. Okay, so I'm off with my brother. He done had me down a whole rabbit trail on YouTube looking for stuff for him. So anywho, I was just sharing with him, my coworker had sent me this link of this AI generated video of what the prison system is going to look like could look like, let me not say is going to, could look like in the future. And it was some like Total Recall like headset that they will reset your memories and make you experience what the victim experienced, all kind of craziness. So he's actually in prison. So if you didn't know that, my brother's been in prison pretty much his whole adult life. I was sharing with him that, and I was like, man, that thing was crazy. So when we left off, I was saying kind of like why. Now I understand why I procrastinate, or what I was considering procrastination is really like my body is basically telling me, beware, stop what you're doing. We don't need them kind of problems. But we gonna push forward. And one of the things that she did say in her video that was key, that she was like, okay, once you recognize that you're in this state of mind, or you're in this state, you can jolt yourself out of it by putting like eating a piece of sour candy. Like that'll jolt your whole system. But the other thing is to understand that at least if you're cognizant of you being in that state, you can kind of, if you can't break yourself out of it, then go to the candy. And also, well, the other thing was that she was like, understand what your triggers are. What is triggering you to go into those kind of states? And I already knew, like I know, like I have always said it, if I don't have a plan, or like I don't know what the next step is, that's my trigger. Like I will get stuck when it's something that I don't know what to do next. Like I'll be like, my mind gets cluttered with so many things. It's like, you got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to do this, but first you should do this. So if I don't have an organized like list of things to do, hence my whiteboard, like I have to see it. I have to be able to see it in order. Like, okay, in this month, for me to make this goal, I have to do this, this, and this first. So I can break it down into baby steps. That's just how my mind works. So yeah, I was good up to this point because I knew what I was doing. If you've seen any of the lives, you'll see my Trello board. And let me show it to you here real quick, if I can pull it out real quick. So I'll show you my Trello board. So this is my Trello board. So all of the things that's in green, like I had steps, so I knew each step of the way what I needed to be working on, right? So I could just check them off. That's how my mind works. And then once I got over here, there's like, okay, some things are green that are done and I don't have to think about them, but there's more things on the list that aren't a color at all. And I'm just like, I'm all over the place. So I'm like, I need to be doing my tribe. I need to be doing content. And I'm like, okay, no, I gotta stop. Make myself a plan moving forward for the next couple of months up until launch, so that I know what I'm doing and I'm not getting stuck. If I know what I'm working on, then I can execute. But when I'm stuck like this, I don't want to sit down and do the hard work of figuring out what's the next step, and let's just do this thing piece by piece by piece. So that's where we are. And yeah, trying to stay focused. And yeah, that's it. So I may not see you for the rest of the month. We'll see. I'm not gonna promise. So this might close out the vlog if nothing of note happens that I need to fill you guys in on. I know I left a lot out. I know I did. But I don't want this vlog to be crazy long. And I feel like there's so much more to tell. But I'll hold it for next. I'll hold it for July. Because there's just so much. There's so much happening, not just with the business, but personally, and there's a lot. So I'm gonna hold that till July and we will talk about it then. Deuce.